The last ingredient is whey. Like why do you need to add whey to this bread? I'm curious. I don't know. Hey, what's up? It's Vince Leo from vinceleo.com, and today we're gonna go over some foods that you may think are healthy, but may not be everything that they're cracked up to be. Now, when I'm speaking with clients or even hanging out with friends, a lot of times people ask me if the food that they're eating really is as healthy as they think. And the reason so many of us are confused is because of the marketing tactics that some of these companies use. We'll see the words all natural and no artificial flavors and colors on the packaging, but they're really not as healthy as you think. So rather than tell you what I'm talking about, I figure I'll show you. So we're gonna head over to the local grocery store, grab a few items, and check out the ingredients so you can see what I'm talking about. But before we go to the grocery store, there's one place we gotta go first, and I think you're gonna like it, the farmer's market. Now there's a few reasons we came to the farmer's market. One is because I need to pick up some food, and two, I wanna see if we can find something to compare to what we find at the grocery store so you can check out the ingredients and see the difference.
Our quinoa gluten-free sourdough bread. The ingredients are quinoa flour, brown rice flour, tapioca starch, psyllium powder, and salt.
Almond Milk has vanilla bean, dates, almonds, sea salt, and spring filtered water.
All of our nuts and seeds are raw and sprouted. All we use is just a very light pink Himalayan mineral salt.
We're selling all Ayurvedic food here. Everything is organic. There's no salt and no sugar or no preservatives added in any of our products. We don't use any of the oil.
It's a raw vegan burger. It's made with onion bread, alfalfa sprouts, raw hummus made with sprouted chickpeas, and the patty is made with mushroom, nuts, bell pepper, celery, onion, garlic. Amazing, it's a bomb. It's an explosion of flavor in your mouth. Strawberry cheesecake made with cashew, strawberry. The base are made with almonds, dates, and coconut. And then we have an apple pie. The apple pie is very simple, few ingredients. We have cinnamon, apples, and the same crust.
Now we're gonna head over to the grocery store. I'm gonna go to Ralph's and we're gonna buy some food, check out the ingredients, and see if they're really as healthy as we think. All right, so we're outside of Ralph's here in Los Angeles. Now, you may know them as Kroger at different parts of the country. But let's go in, see what we can find. All right, so I'm done shopping at Ralph's, and I wanted to go to the park and do this, but it started to get really windy outside, and I wasn't sure how the microphone was gonna work, so I thought I'll just go ahead and run through all the items that I bought here in the car. Now, first thing I wanna say is not all these ingredients are necessarily unhealthy. I just wanted to show you some healthier options that you can buy. So if you're in a pinch and you wanna grab some of these things, it's not a big deal, but you definitely wanna read the labels and look at the ingredients, and that's gonna be the main point to all the things that we're looking at today. All right, so the first thing we're gonna start with is ready-made to-go smoothies. Now, you can find these naked juices in most grocery stores, and we're gonna look at this green one. It's called the Green Machine. I used to have this all the time growing up, especially when I was eating healthier. But when you look at the ingredients, well, if you look on the back, it says the goodness inside, and it lists what's in here. And it tells you there's apples, mangoes, pineapples, bananas, kiwi, broccoli, spinach, barley grass, and everything, and all this stuff is crammed into this smoothie. But here's the deal, it's actually juice and it's not smoothie. And the reason you could tell is when you look at the sugar content, one serving is 63 grams of sugar, but there's no fiber. And if all those ingredients were really in here, there'd be a lot of fiber, and there's not. And the issue that you're gonna have when there's no fiber in these drinks is that you're just gonna get a rush of sugar into your body, and when you have fiber in there, it actually slows that down. So if you really wanna have something that's a little healthier and you want a smoothie, you have two options. You can make your own or go to a place where you actually make a fresh smoothie, and you can see them putting all the ingredients in the blender and blending it up, and you're not just getting basically a juice that's disguised as a smoothie. So if you want to learn more about juices versus smoothies, I'll go ahead and link a video I did in the description box below. I actually really like green juices. You just gotta be careful of the balance between fruits and juices and what you're putting inside. All right, so the second thing we're gonna look at is almond milk. Now, if you remember the almond milk that we saw at the farmer's market, it was basically just a few ingredients.
Vanilla bean, dates, almonds, sea salt, and spring filtered water.
But if you look at this brand, the first ingredient is almond milk, which is filtered water and almonds, which is great. But then they add cane sugar, calcium carbonate, natural flavors, sea salt, potassium citrate, and a lot of other things that you don't really need for a good almond milk. Now, I realize that this almond milk needs to stay on the shelf a little longer, so they do have to add some other ingredients. And overall, this is not a bad option, but when you are looking at different non-dairy milks, go ahead and read the ingredients. Since now this is better than buying dairy milk, but you still want to try to find the cleanest non-dairy milk you can find with the fewest ingredients. Now our next item, Skippy peanut butter. I grew up on this thing as a kid. I had peanut butter and jelly, peanut butter and bananas, peanut butter and anything I could put peanut butter on. But when you look at the ingredients, the first item is roasted peanuts, which is great. But then they followed up with sugar and a bunch of different oils, which you don't need for a good peanut butter. All you really need is peanuts. Same thing with almonds. All you really need for a good almond butter is almonds. Now, a healthier option would be to find whatever nut butter you're looking for that's made just with nuts rather than sugar and all the other ingredients that you don't really need. So I mentioned earlier how sometimes manufacturers play with the advertising and the labels. So Skippy came out with this natural peanut butter, but when you look in the ingredients, it has roasted peanuts, sugar, palm oil, and then salt. So basically they just took all the different oils and made it all palm oil instead of the other oils, but you can still find something better and healthier by looking around. All right, so next we're gonna look at drinks. So I found two in the store here. First one's Gatorade, which I don't really have to get into too much. You probably know a lot about it, but it basically has a lot of added sugar that you don't really need. Now, it's great for hydration if you're athletic and you're doing something, but you could also use coconut water, which is gonna hydrate you without all that added sugar and all these other ingredients that you may not really need. So I found this Snapple flavor, which is basically just lemonade and iced tea. So it's basically an Arnold Palmer. And you're thinking that's kind of healthy. And it actually says made from the best stuff on earth, all natural. So when you look at the ingredients, it says naturally flavored with other natural flavors. And then when you take a look at the ingredients, it says our real tea starts with the finest tea leaves and is made from filtered water, sugar, clarified lemon juice concentrate, citric acid, natural flavors, and tea. So tea is the last ingredient for this iced tea. So yeah, just make your own. Next, we're gonna take a look at bread. Now, there's some breads that you can buy in the store that are really healthy for you. Or remember that bread that we saw at the farmer's market? It was gluten-free and it was organic and it was vegan and it was really good. Oral wheat, whole grain. It's called healthy multigrain. Now, if you look at the ingredients, there's a whole list of them on the side. I'm not gonna go through every ingredient. If it has a long list of ingredients like this, you're better off looking somewhere else and try to get sprouted bread, whole grain bread, not something that has a laundry list of items on there. This brand isn't even vegan. The last ingredient is whey. Like why do you need to add whey to this bread? I'm curious. I'm not a bread maker. If you've made bread before and you know why they added whey to this, let me know in the comments because I have no idea. Next, we're gonna look at salad dressing. Now, this is not a vegan brand. It's called Ken's Steakhouse, but this is a light onion salad dressing. It's 50% less fat, 33% fewer calories, but as always, let's go ahead, turn it around, check out the ingredients, and we have the first ingredient is sugar. So yeah, it's lighter, less calories, but first ingredient is sugar. Now, if you're looking for something healthier, it's easy to make your own salad dressing at home. You could use maybe some lemon juice, add in some apple cider vinegar, maybe some mustard, just mix it around, salt and pepper, whatever you like. So next we have a prepackaged salad. Now this salad is actually better than a lot of the other ones that I've seen. Sometimes you'll see them with just romaine lettuce or iceberg lettuce. This actually has spinach, which is more nutrient dense than all those other options. And it does have some fruit, it has some nuts, it has some, it looks like cranberries and some fruit, some strawberries. But when you look at the back, it has 28 grams of sugar and 310 milligrams of sodium. Now, most of that is gonna be in the salad dressing. So if you do buy something quick and easy like this, if you're on the run, just go ahead and pack some salad dressing that you make at home, or try to find something else at the store that may be a little healthier that you can add onto this when you're in a jam. So next we have some dried fruit, and we're gonna be looking at these premium dried cranberries. Now, when you look at the ingredients, it has cranberries, sugar, and sunflower oil. And that's the issue with a lot of dried fruit, is that they add sugar and oil to something that's already sweetened naturally. Now, when you have dried fruit, it actually spikes the sugar content, so you don't really need to add any more sugar. But a lot of places do, they add oil and sugar, so just look for a brand that doesn't have all those added ingredients and you're just having the dried fruit. So next we're gonna look at a bunch of different granola bars. Now, granola bars you have to be careful on because sometimes they're basically just glorified candy bars. Maybe they add a little protein powder in it and call it a healthy protein bar, Or maybe they add some almonds or nuts in there and call it a healthy granola bar when it's really just a candy bar. But these options, now some of these aren't bad, but if you look at the ingredients, for instance, on this Special K, it's packaged as a Nourish bar. It's cranberry almonds. It seems really healthy. But when you look at the ingredients, it has peanuts, dried cranberries. Now the dried cranberries have cranberries and sugar. Then you have raisins, corn syrup, more sugar, roasted almonds, whole grain oats, and a bunch of other things. So there's actually a lot of sugar in here that you probably don't need. So basically what I want to stress with these is look at the ingredients and know what you're buying. Because look, if you're in a bind and you need a granola bar, go grab a granola bar. There's nothing wrong with it. But just check out the ingredients so you're buying the healthiest thing that you could find. So next we have granola. Now I found a couple different brands that I wanted to show you. One is Nature Valley granola. It's called protein, oats, and dark chocolate. And when you look at the ingredients again, it's whole grain oats and then sugar. So sugar is before anything else other than the oats in this brand. And when you look at this Delish energy mix, which seems like it'd be really healthy, especially in the middle of the day if you need a pick-me-up, when you look at the back, it has 15 grams of sugar. Now, here's the interesting thing. Serving size is 1 ounce. This small little bag is 5 ounces. So 1/5 of this bag has 15 grams of sugar. And it also has oil in there. Now it's easy to make your own trail mix at home. Now you may remember just the sprouted nuts that we found at the farmer's market. You can easily take some walnuts, some almonds, some cashews, mix it together, and if you want, just find some healthier dried fruit, throw those in there as well, and you're gonna have a healthier trail mix at home without any of the added oil or sugar that you're gonna find in these packaged items. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and the big takeaway is just to read the ingredients, read the nutrition labels, and know what you're putting into your body. So leave me a comment and let me know which of these items that you currently eat and how you think you can make better decisions in the future. And I'll go ahead and link all the videos in my Healthy Hacks series, as well as videos about reading nutrition labels in the description box below, so you can check them out. And if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel as I post new videos every week, and join the Fit From Food notification squad by clicking on that bell next to the subscribe button. And remember to keep living Fit From Food. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.